Hello, George here. I want to tell you a story. Now, this is a story about Maharlika. What is Maharlika? Well, before the Spanish went to the Philippines was a rich country. It had a vast area uh, spanning from the eastern coast of China all the way to the Hawaiian Islands, and much of the Pacific Ocean belonged to the kingdom of Maharlika. It was a trading kingdom and was very wealthy. In many artifacts currently in the Philippine Museum show that there was gold was prevalent in Maharlika. And when the Spanish came, the ruler of Maharlika was the Taliano family. Yeah, they owned the Philippines and lands in Maharlika. And so when the Spanish came, one of the things they needed was they had to have the right to use the land. And so the Italianos gave the Spanish the right to use the land. So the master title of the Philippines belongs to the Italianos. And this is true today. However, this is not known. Only a few people know this. Also, what the Italiano family kept was their gold. There are various reports that say that I think there was about between 700 and 800,000 tons of gold that the Italiano family had accumulated during their empire. And of this, about 400,000 tons are in the Philippine Central Bank, insured by Lloyd's, by Marcos. Now, Marcos was actually the Italiano family lawyer. And so one thing that Marcos did when he became president was to secure the Italiano gold hoard. And so the Italiano gold was deposited in various depository banks around the world. Now, this gold is not part of the central bank hoard. I mean, after all, the numbers are so high. We're talking here about, in the Philippines, 400,000 tons, right? Now, the United States only has about 8,000 tons of gold. Okay. This makes the Philippines by far the richest nation in the world by far. And the Italiano gold hoard is the largest gold hoard in history. Probably dwarfed by the Yamashita gold hoard, which was the gold stolen during the time of the German and the Japanese invasions of the world. Apparently, that also ended up in the Philippines. So this is not in the central bank repository, so much of this is privately owned gold. There is a rumor that this gold will be used to fund the global currency reset, and that another rumor that when Trump came to the Philippines for the ASEAN meeting recently, he actually took possession of the gold, or at least the rights to it, so that the global currency reset can be implemented. Of course, all of this gold owned by the Italianos, how come the Philippines is so poor? The thing is, when the story goes that when Marcos was ousted in people's power, the people who took over were trying to get hold of that gold. One thing is, Marcos actually protected the gold by having it insured by Lloyd's. For some reason, this is supposed to be a very good form of protection. And I guess those of you who are familiar with financial stuff would probably have a better appreciation of this than me. And the gold is still there. And apparently, the gold doesn't really belong to the Philippines per se. It belongs to Italianos. And I guess Italianos are part of the, they may be connected to the, they're not necessarily the good guys, right? They're part of the connection of the power structure of the world, which is a satanic, I think. That's this is not our world. If you're Christian, and this is not your world, but they're probably part of that. But that's the wealth. So the reason I'm raising this is because I think the global currency reset is about to happen, and where are they going to get the gold from? And I think this is one of the places where they're going to get the gold from, the Italiano gold. And I think there are other sources as well. I am hearing on the internet that a community of families called the Elders, which are largely Chinese, and I think that the Italianos, I think, are not really they're not really Malay, but they're sort of like Mongolian, I think. But anyway, that's there might be part of that, and I guess that's how they're gonna fund a new currency all over the world. It's not going to be based on credit, but it will be based on gold. So we're going to go back to a worldwide gold standard again, which is great because there'll be no more inflation. Okay, so that's the Kingdom of Maharlika. And the thing is, what's going to happen to the Philippines after the global currency reset? Will we have the Kingdom of Maharlika again? Will Italianos actually get to, possess the land? Will the Philippines be one of the richest countries in the world? Oh well, let's see. This could be a tall tale, or this could be the real hidden history of the Philippines. That the Philippines is really, in a sleeper form, the Kingdom of Maharlika, the ancient Kingdom of Maharlika. Okay, let's find out. George signing off.